Done ji? Okay. Sorry for that. I think after a bit technical difficulty, we are back. So first thing about the size calculation, excuse me. The first thing about the size calculation, we learned yesterday that uh, basically computer calculates everything in binary. So a bit, which is a 0 or a 1, is a bit is actually the abbreviation of a binary digit. Then we established yesterday that 4 bits actually make one nibble, and 8 bits make up one byte. Then let's get back to the discussion of the prefixes that I was just mentioning earlier. The standard to calculate is 2 raised to power 10. We are going to keep increasing that. But for now, I'm going to just tell you that 2 raised to power 10 means kibi. Just like you call 1,000 meters a kilometer, you will call 1024 a kibi. Then, if we increase the exponent by another factor of 10, we are going to call this prefix a maybe. The prefix of 2 raised to power 30 would be called a GB, and 2 raised to power 40 would be a TB. As we know that these, excuse me, as we know that these are going to create the memory size table that most of you are already familiar with. Let me just make the memory size table now. How we actually implement these into our memory size table. 1 byte is our basic logical storage unit. The basic physical storage unit is bit, binary digit, 1, 0, or a 1. But 1024 bytes, or you can say 2 raised to power 10 bytes, makes up a kilobyte. Then 1024 kilobytes or 2 raised to power 20 bytes, this is bytes, come together and make a megabyte. Then 1024 megabytes or 2 raised to power 30 bytes makes a gigabyte. and 1024 gigabytes or 2 raised to power 40 bytes makes up a terabyte. Now you understand that how these prefixes itself is just mentioning a certain level of quantity. The KB means 1024. 1024 bytes would mean a kilobyte. Similarly, the memory size table continues on. If you turn to the page number 8 of your books, you would see that the internal coding of integer topic is there. How we actually represent integers in our computer in the binary number system. Integers are represented in computers in terms of binary. How the negative integers are represented. We already have done how the positive integers are converted and stored in binary. We did the conversion yesterday. Now we need to understand how the negative integers are stored. And before we move on to that, we need to understand the concept of complement and sign magnitude method. If I'm representing -7, there are two ways to actually do it. One is called the sign magnitude method and the other is called the complement method. In the sign magnitude method, what we do is we actually reserve one bit for sign and the rest of bits for the magnitude of the value. For example, I'm using 4 bits. The first bit would be my sign bit and all the other bits will carry the value. This 7 would be evaluated to 111 and this sign bit is going to be 1 for negative and 0 for positive. So -7, in this method, the -7 is going to be tetra 1 and the positive 7 is going to be 0, 111. Let me reiterate that. The sign magnitude method actually dictates that we need to reserve one bit for sign and the rest of bits for the magnitude of the value. Now, nowadays we actually don't use this method in our computers. We use the complement method. And you're going to see in a moment that why we use the complement method. For the complement method, let's discuss the ones complement first. If the value of, that I had was 0, 111, 7, remember that the complement method is implemented to represent the signed numbers, the signed integers, the integers that are negative, because positive sign is already implied. So if I had -7, how would I represent it in the twos complement method? Is first I have to take the ones complement. Ones complement of the value is just the reciprocal of the value. Why are we taking complement? Because we need to differentiate between positive and negative. Negative numbers are always stored in the complemented form in computer. So if I need to represent -7 using the complement method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the number as I do, and then I'm going to take the complement. One's complement is just the reciprocal of the value. So 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0. Doesn't matter if you start from the right, doesn't matter if you start from the left. Just take the reciprocal of the value and this is your 1's complement. Now to make it 2's complement, add 1 into it. When you add 1 in the 1's complement, it becomes 2's complement. Now this value is the 2's complement, and this value is what I'm going to store as -7. This is how the complement method works. We take the complement of a number. If it is negative, we take the complement and then we store it in the computer's memory. Now you can easily see that this +7 and this -7 are represented differently in computers. Now this is the representation in the complement method, 2's complement to be exact. And this is the representation of the sign magnitude method. You can take the 2's complement directly as well. If I had this 0 1 1 1, to take the 2's complement directly without taking the 1's complement, the first method that I showed you is you take the 1's complement, you add 1 and you will have the 2's complement. How do you take the 1's complement? You just reciprocate the value, you just reverse all the bits, make all the zeros 1 and make all the 1's 0. But if you want to take the 2's complement directly, what you're going to do is that you're going to scan your values from the right side of your value, from the least significant bit. You know that the bits on the left are the most significant. This is your MSB and this is your LSB, least significant bit. So scan your value from the right side, from the LSB side, and keep the value same till you reach the first one. I have the first one in the start. Okay. So the value will remain the same till the first one, and then I will take the reciprocal. I will reverse the bits. And then I would call it -7. To take the 2's complement directly without taking the 1 complement, scan the values from the right, and wherever you have the 1, keep the value same till that point and then reverse the value. Let me just do one more thing. For example, I have to represent -6. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the 6, and 6 would be this. I'm representing it in 4 bits, right? So it would be 0110. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to start scanning the value from my right side. Wherever the 1 comes, the value will remain the same till that point, and afterwards I will reverse it. And then I would call it -6. This is my 2's complement method to represent the signed numbers, numbers that have the negative sign with them. This is how I represent them. Remember that positive values don't have their complement. You don't have to take the complement of the positive value. Positive values are stored in computer as it is. You just need to see how many bits you are using. For example, you have to store every character in 8 bits. For example, you're using 8 bits to store your integers. So then you will have to complete the 8 bits and that's it. I was using 4 bits to represent my digits. So I have just completed the 4 bits and I left it. This is how I represented the positive 7. But the negative 7 had to be represented in the complement form. Plus the longer way, the actual way to do it is to take the ones complement of the actual value, add 1, and then you would have your 2's complement. The shortcut, the trick to do that directly is scan the value from the least significant bit. Wherever you find the first one, keep the value same till that point and then reverse it afterwards. And wherever the one lies, it doesn't matter. Wherever your uh, first one from the right side is, till that point you have to write it. If you are representing, for example, let's use that part of the board. If you are representing 4, 4 would be 0, 1, 0, 0. And if I wanted to represent the negative 4, what I'm going to do, I'm going to scan it from the right side. Wherever the first one comes, value will remain the same till that point, and afterwards it would be reciprocated. And that would be my 2's complement. So to represent the signed integers, we use the 2's complement method. There was sign magnitude method as well, but sign magnitude method actually consumes 1 bit. I cannot actually use this 1 bit. So that actually shortens my value. I'm left with the remaining bits to be represented. In 2's complement method, for my negative values, I can use all the bits that are available to me. For example, if I wanted to represent the negative 8, with the same standard of 4 bits that I'm going with, if I wanted to represent the negative 8, the sign magnitude method will not let me. I have 4 bits available to me. 8 is going to be, the positive 8 is going to be 1 triple 0. I don't have any bit left to put my sign in. So that means the negative 8 cannot be represented here because the sign bit is not there. The positive 8 should be, if it was the positive value, it should have the 0 here, and that is also not the case. So the sign magnitude method can cause a lot of difficulties. There's one more thing. The sign magnitude method might also treat the 0 differently. It might also create a negative 0 and a positive 0. And that is again a problem for our calculation. But the 2's complement method actually handles all this well. In 2's complement method, the 8 would be 1 triple 0 and the negative 8 would be the 2's complement of that. Scan it from the right and this is going to remain the same. You might see the confusion here, that how can I represent the positive and the negative value in the same way? The answer to this is, in 2's complement method, for 4 bits, you can only represent, the largest number that you can represent is positive 7. And the least number, the smallest number that you can represent is negative 8 using 4 bits. I'm going to leave it to you how to figure this out, that how to calculate this. For example, if I ask you that what is the biggest number that you can represent in 8 bits? So how are you going to calculate that? And what is the smallest number that you can represent in 8 bits. And how are you going to calculate this? So keeping this in your mind, try to figure out how did I do that. Your book's page number 7, actually 6 till 10. Your book's page number 6 till 10 are going to help you along this. And that's all for me today. Sorry for the lag that you had to face today. I'm sure we are going to do a lot better on Monday. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.